good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome back to Tekkit. So I'm stood here in front of my bank of wonderful monitors, and as you can see, quite a lot of time have passed. I've not been doing anything, I've just left the game to run in the background. I have now got 61 wither skulls. Once I hit 60, I thought I can probably stop collecting wither skulls. So I swapped to slimes and got myself up to 538 slime balls. And obviously you can see that my blaze rod is now over 1,000. So it's been very successful when it comes to my mob spawner and how it collects all sorts of wonderful resources. So I've been, obviously, at the moment it's empty. I'm not doing any sort of other spawning other than the cursed earth and obviously with the blaze. And it's being very wonderfully productive for me, producing a large number of enemies and a large number of resources. I've also moved the interdiction matrix further away because trying to understand a bit better about how to set up the interdiction matrix, I have learned that obviously it sets up a radius around it. So if I put it further away in this direction, I can have more interdiction in the two sideways directions as well as in the direction beyond that way. I can't go forward this way, which is a problem for my sheep and the upstairs bit with my tree farm, but it's better than nothing. So I have much more protection going on around me now, keeping me a bit safer from the mobs. Plenty of cows, all going well in there. But what I have in my hand here is a series of safari nets, each containing a squid. And what I want to do today is probably in this area over here, maybe just on the end of the cow farm, is I want to build a tank, and in that tank I want to put a squid and have that squid connected to a what's it called? It's the thing that I have collecting the wool from my sheep. What is this called? A rancher, which, what was that? Appears to have a load of mushroom soup in it. It must have a massive range then. Okay, so the rancher is probably going to collect milk then from my cows. But I want the rancher to collect squid ink from the squids. So what do we want to build my tank out of? Glass seems like a logical plan, just because that's pretty much how tanks are often made. We also need a rancher. Do I happen to have one? Oh, I do. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. So we also need some redstone conduit. Not got very much of that left anymore. I've also updated this. I don't remember when I did that between the S02E44 and this, but I've now got a resident flux capacitor to carry around an extra 1,000,000 RF to help me out. Keep my everything powered up nicely. So I've got 25 of those, and we also need to get an end chest. I'll just use this one to keep it into the network. We're going to want the glass. So how much one? Oh, I know what I can build. This very useful tool that I just found out the other day. It's actually on this list here, that's why I saw it. It's a ruler. So some paper and some plastic. Gives me a ruler. Simple and effective. Rather than having to count blocks, I can now just click things. So if I cut there, I go there, that's 7 blocks. So there to there is 5, which will give me 3 by 3 in the middle, I guess. Yeah. So if we were to just throw this down, that's not right, because that needs to go there instead. So the bottom of a fish tank always contains glass, so we need to put some gravel on top, maybe change that to some gravel. And put some panels down along the sides. I think a bit of a higher quality texture pack and maybe some connected textures might be in order to make this tank look a bit prettier. to knock the hole out for the rancher a bit later on. So that's a tank. So Squid will happily live in there. So annoyingly, I've built a tank that isn't perfectly even. So I have to put the rancher in a bit of a random place. I need some power. So I have to go down under here. And go in this direction and try and steal some power from any of the other machines that have power over here. Nope. Because they have surface power. How am I going to get power to this? I suppose I could just put power into the back. As long as it's above head height, that should be fine. Like so. And then what happens when we put an ender chest here, for example? See how that works. We'll build this all back together again. Need to go and get a crap ton of buckets, which I've left in my fluid system, haven't I? So we should be able to get 15 buckets of water. Let's just drop off some of these resources, just so I can get them quickly. I'll put these in here. Okay, so we haven't got any good way of getting water down here, unfortunately. I'll have to run up and out to my outside water source, which means I could be exposing myself to enemies, because they can still spawn up here. Let's just quickly grab... Oh no! I managed to deplete an infinite water source. By not grabbing the same corner. Obviously don't need anywhere near this many buckets, because what I could have done is created an infinite water source down here. Go, I have Minecraft 101, and I failed. Oh, there's an infinite water source on that other floor, isn't there? Of course there is. So what I should be able to do is actually just create infinite water sources in here. By putting buckets of water sort of at a diagonal. I think that's sorted itself out, isn't it? Oh no, not quite. Yeah. Cool, so we've got one layer of water all sorted out. Time to mess with the second layer. Oh yes, building the second layer of water is always a pain in the arse. Does that now all flow together nicely? Okay, let's put a squid in their home. The squid is in his new home. Is this collecting resources? Jungle wood, birch wood, clay, rubber. But not yet collecting ink. Oh, there was an ink. I saw an ink. So we have an ink. So I'll put 2 squids in there for now, in case they don't get along. I might make a tank a bit deeper. That's working. It's working good. That's all we want. We've got a nice collection of squidwards, collecting some ink. We'll throw our buckets of water in there for now. And our spare squid. We'll just get some ink. Ink's not already on here, is it? Ink should probably go... It's probably with slime. Like so. That gets us all sorted out for ink. We're at 50 ink. So to see what happens with our squids, see if they survive. Let's beautify the tank a little bit. Yeah. So we'll get some of our coloured bricks. What colours do we want to use? Cyan, light blue, black. Not really sure. Oh, crystal. Oh, I can build the crystal. I can use the crystal to build myself a portal. That'd be quite cool. Let's have a go with the light blue. So that looks like. So these are the structural supports needed to hold up the tank, obviously. I've got to turn axe mode on. Is that what I'm doing wrong? Or I've not installed axe mode. I'm very confused what I've done. Haven't done. Almost prefer it without the blue things, just as a glass tank with the corners. Oh, we lost a squid. Oh no, they're both there. So if we're going to be a bit more friendly to our captive animal species, we might need to probably put a slightly larger tank in place. Maybe build it up one more layer, give them a bit more range to swim in. Put the rancho one more higher, put it in the middle then. That probably catches them a bit nicer. So if we did go one higher, like so, and grabbed some more glass. It's only a small amount of glass I actually need, isn't it? Couple of blocks. Like so. Grab some buckets of water to sort it all out. That's the ender pouch. Don't want to grab that. We'll see if we can get this to auto fill in, shall we? And then I think I just added like one more corner there just to span across. Is that it done? Does that all work nicely? Yeah, it's all filled up. It's all good. So technically we need to remove you. We need to remove you. Have you ready? Then we'll pick you up and try and put you down. We'll then pick you up and try and put you down. We're now operating in the middle. The pool. Are they a bit happier now? Oh, swim in. Swim in with the fishes. Excellent stuff. So we have ourselves some squids. Collecting us some ink. What are we up to now? About 60 probably? No, that says 90. Okay, so apparently we're going to be unbelievably effective at collecting ink. Which is what I wanted, to be fair. I want to be able to create Mistcraft pages without worrying about running out of ink. Yeah, that's cool. That's gone really well. What another successful build. We got ourselves an automatic ink collector. So, excellent stuff. I hope you continue to enjoy the series, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. I hope you're finding the little projects I'm building useful and informative to help you work out how to automate and get certain resources. And I'll continue with the next one. Bye for now.